The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, looking good, Billy Ray. Feeling good, Lewis. We have a chart up here that was sent to us by Rich Anderson, and most of you don't know who these people. If you look at the bottom of the chart, it says Aden Original Charts. These are the Aden sisters. I believe they're out of Switzerland. Back when they started, back in 1980, 79 or 80, they were specializing just in gold and silver, and now they do a whole lot of other things. The reason why I'm sending this chart out to you to let you see it, this is a 15-year chart of the NASDAQ. You see it's been in a really strong uptrend, of course, since '09, and you can see the high areas. And what we're showing here is when you notice these leading indicators, when they get to new highs, sometimes they start to roll over. Now, we said in the newsletter last week that we made a perfect three drive to a top pattern in the NASDAQ a week or so ago, and the market should have been down, which it was on Friday. It stopped right on the ABCD on Friday, folks. If you remember, we were sitting there watching it stop right there at 65, and of course we rallied another 65 handles today. So they're having tremendous rallies, but so far we have not broken into new high. Sorry, folks. Fexofenadine is setting in. It's basically, we haven't gone into new highs yet. Now, today's action, I'll just get the chart up here to show you, because the one that was the most interesting to us here was the YM. Let's just get this up here on the hourly chart so we can see it, because this is what we were looking at. Here's where we were when we came in here to, hold on one second. There's where we are right here. There's where we were here on Friday's low right there. You can see the ABCD was not made in the Dow Jones. We made it in the NASDAQ, and we made it in the E-mini S&P, which I'll show you in just a second. But here was the action here on Sunday. You notice that we were a little tiny bit higher on Sunday, and we backed off for a little bit, and then we had this pretty good rally today. Didn't quite make the 50% level. Now, we did do that in the S&P. So what we're going to do now is we're going to come up here and get this little thing set up here so we can see it pretty easily. And this is what I said in the video when I send it out on Sunday evening real early. And this is what I was watching there. Let's just clean this out a little bit here. If you don't like ABCD, folks, fall asleep, come back in a minute. Here was the ABCD as we came into Friday. There's where we were, okay? That was on the 15th. Now, as you look at this, it is a perfect ABCD. It goes down to the exact low. Well, this says it misses it by 2. No, it basically, this is wrong because it just hit it exactly. Well, at least it should have. Anyway, there's your number right here. And then what I said in the newsletter, in the video, is since we had this move down, watch for a 382 retracement up into this area right here. So here's what we were watching. We had the high, and then we went right down to the low right here. There was your 382 retracement. We had this little, and look at this, we stayed here for quite a while, didn't we, at 5,200, and then boom, it exploded up to the upside. That's why when you're in this trade, and you mentioned it several times, the Dow Jones got filled at the right price. This one here was filled earlier, and then it went substantially higher. That's trading, folks. You don't know which ones are going to work, which ones don't. But if you look at this chart on a long-term weekly, this is where we should be, folks. We should be getting ready to go lower. We've showed you the NASDAQ pattern before in the newsletter, showing that beautiful three drive to a top pattern. And if we take out the highs, then that pattern will have failed and we could go substantially higher. Now, I know everybody is talking about Nvidia, and I want to bring this up here. I heard the folks on before the program here. Here's Nvidia where we were this morning, having a huge move today, folks. Here's Nvidia earlier this morning. We made a 78% retracement of this swing right here. Now, I don't trade this stock, but if you were doing that kind of thing, you could see that there's your exact 78% level. So it's following pretty nicely. Now, if that's the case, just looking at this from high to high to high, that looks like an absolute perfect 1-3-5 pattern, and there it is. There's your 1, there's your 3, there's your 5, and boy, that's not a good sign. So maybe the market will sell off 10 or 15 points in the S&P. Making a little joke here, folks. Okay, let's get rid of Nvidia. I've been asked to talk about Apple. That's had a very good day today. I heard in the news that it was up about 4%, which it was down there at that 167 level for quite some. Larry, where is it? A starts with Apple. There it is right there. Here we go. We'll get the daily up. It's going to have a big gap up here today, and there it is. It sold off a little bit from that gap area. There's where we were. Oh, look what we did, folks. Hard to believe you can make this stuff up, right? Look at this. There's your A, there's your B, there's your C, there's your D. Now let's just look at it on an hourly chart to see how it looks like on an hourly, and there you can see it right in there right now. There's your pullback right here. Is your 61% retracement, okay, from this high, this low. Sorry, folks, bear with me 1 second here. From this low to this high down to this level is exactly 618. That means that your ABCD leg is going to be a little bit higher. There's your AB. There's your CD. Now, I don't know if you like ABCD or not, but the high was 177. And look where we are now, 175.14. Sometimes this stuff works, folks. Sometimes better than others, but that's how it usually works. Okay, now we've covered Apple. I've been asked to take a look at Tesla. These stocks are in the news, and I guess that because they're up a little bit, and we'll take a quick look at this one too. Tesla starts with a C. A T. Okay, it's been way oversold. Look, this is what's referred to as really a dead cat bounce. This looks like it's going to 115, folks. I don't know where it's going to go, but 115 is my logical guess. Just looking at this right here, and I have nothing against Tesla. I don't like EV cars, but the 382 on this comes in at 178. So if we don't get above 178 in the next day or two, believe me, Tesla is going to have some trouble on the horizon, would be my guess. Okay, so let's move on here to the next one that we want to check on. Hold on 1 second here. One other stock, and then we'll move on, and that's Archer Daniels Midland. We said there was a buy on that last week, ADM. Here it is right here. It's around 55, I believe. Wow, look at it. 60, folks. Whoa, this is looking good. 877-927-6648.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
The stock market is a delicate, interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Okay, folks, this is a chart of the Treasury bonds. You can see here over the past year, going back to December of 2023, we've been in a really strong bear market here. We've gone from 125 down to 118. That's only 7 points. That's not a big move in bonds, but you can see that it is heading lower. Now, the Fed is in the news every single day. When are they going to be dropping interest rates? Folks, the one thing I'm almost 100% sure of, and I'm never 100% sure, so we'll call this ivory soap, 99.4. When they start dropping interest rates, stocks are going to follow along with them. That's just a strong hunch that I have. So I'll just be really careful on that. So this is what we're watching here. Now you can see this area here on the far right. I'm looking at this level. I'm going to go down to the hourly just to show you what we've been doing here over this time frame. There's that hourly chart. You can see as we were breaking down, we were making, this was your first 382 retracement right here, okay? We had another one right here. We had another one right there. And I believe we had one here on Friday. I think we were talking, we missed it, didn't we? Missed it by just a hair's breadth. Yeah, we were got to 119.07. It should have got to 119.010. And now, as you look at this on a real short-term basis, you can see here we're getting ready to make some type of a little bottom in here. We've got a 3-drive bottom that is forming here. If I were doing a live show right now, I'd be watching this. This is over the last 3 days. There's Thursday, Friday. Here's where we are Sunday. And we've got a caller coming in today. Hold on one second, and we'll see who it is. Rich is on the line now. Rich, how are you doing, buddy?
Doing great. It's a little cold up here in Minnesota. All the nice weather is when I was down in Arizona. What can I say?
It was great seeing you, pal. That's for sure. I've got a little bit of an allergy today. We're going to have a 80-degree weather today, so the Palo Verdes are under attack over here. Anyway, Rich, let's talk a little bit about the wheat market. It looked for sure. We were trying to buy wheat at a 522 today, and it was falling like a rock, got down to 527, and then immediately rallied 15 cents. There seems to be someone having interest anytime we get under 525 or so in wheat. Is that what you're seeing, Rich?
Absolutely. The wheat market's kind of an interesting situation. You know, the Russians have, there's no war premium on wheat anymore, by the way, which is surprising, but, you know, there's still a war going on. The Russians have, been selling wheat, as cheap as they can because that punishes the Ukraine, because Ukraine, that's one of their main sources of revenue. And of course, a lot of this wheat they've been selling, they have zero cost in because they, when they invaded the country, they took the wheat. And eventually we should be at the point where they no longer have any more wheat to depress the prices. And China had been canceling some wheat, and they're probably done canceling. So, I'm thinking there's pretty good value down here, and you've got to, use the charts and trade them. Yeah. But that's the opportunity. And then next week we have the crop reports on the 28th. I believe they'll be on Thursday because 29th is Good Friday. But in any case, the grain markets have been, kind of boring. But I think wheat's going to present interesting opportunity, and I think that's an area I'd be focused on. A couple weeks from now, all of a sudden, it'll shift to our weather markets. Right now, we're focused on Brazilian weather markets, which has the second crop of corn. And if it's too wet to harvest, but they're 65% through in the harvesting. And so the first one this week, and then eventually it'll be corn. And I think it's going to be some interesting grain markets. And just like, you look at crude oil since the first of the year is up $10. Well, wheat's down $1 plus in Chicago and a little less in Minneapolis and Kansas City. But I think there's going to be real demand in the world. There's artificial prices that the Russians have been able to sell at. It's kind of like sending bombs. And then you had Russia, send some drone attacks on the Odessa port, which is the primary port for Ukraine. And that's what's getting people to turn on the lights and realize, we may be very well cheap enough. And then in Europe, you've got some weather patterns that are developing that are similar to 2020, where they had a bad wheat crop. So there's a lot of interesting things there. You still need to trade the markets technically, but whenever I look at technical situations, I look at what can be the fundamentals that can change to make a market dynamic, and those are some of them.
Yeah. Also, we've been watching the corn market. The December corn is still holding up around the 440, 446, 444. Sorry, Rich. It's around the 440.
It's been in a range between 430 and 445. Yeah. And, the insurance prices that the farmer is guaranteed are set by the average price in February for corn and for beans. Well, that's going to put kind of a floor under it. And, it's not a very good price this year. So the probability is that the farmers aren't going to be really excited about planning, looking at a break even to a loss situation. And so that should put a floor under it. And then, we will have almost guaranteed you'll have a weather market at least 2 or 3 times during the summer. Yeah. Because as I've always said, every year, once the farmer puts his money in the ground, planting the seed, the markets get real nervous. And that's going to give opportunity in the corn, but it's maybe a week or two away after this report, which should show less acres than a year ago for corn, more acres than a year ago for beans. I believe that the RDF, the reclinable diesel fuel, and SAF, sustainable aviation fuel, if the administration doesn't change their current stance, which you can never tell with politics, will be the same impact on soybeans that ethanol was on corn when corn was a $4 market and then became an $8 market. So, I think there's exciting things, and it's weather, but for the moment, we've got to wait for these things to develop. So you just look at the charts and trade what you see, which is kind of something you're always talking about.
Yeah, don't always do it, but always talk about it. That's for sure.
Yeah, and the key thing is know your time frames. I'm telling you the things that are going to happen in the next 2 to 3 months, But you've got to look at the charts for, your whatever your time frame is, whether it be 4 hour, daily, weekly. The opportunity is going to be there. It just hasn't been there for a while.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. I think we're getting to areas now where for any type of a crop problem here, you're going to see explosive moves. Because what was the guy, John Galbraith said, that crude oil is indigestible. That's why it's good to trade the grains. Anyway, hey, listen, pal, it was great seeing you. And thanks for being on the show. We'll have you on again soon. Oh, we have one other question. It's from one of our listeners, and that is about the soybean meal market. Meal being so high in protein. We've had a tremendous break now. We're down about $150 a ton in meal. That's going to be offering some pretty good value down here at this 350 level, 340, 350 level, isn't it?
I believe so, but the meal story has to do with the crushing in China and the price of hogs. So there are other things to look at there.
Hey, listen, thanks for joining us, and we'll look at the price of hogs when we come right back, folks. This is Rich Anderson. We'll be right back. 877-927-6648.
The Gold Report. As a precious metal, gold is still king. It continues to hold the most effective safe haven and hedging properties across the global major trading hubs of the London OTC market, the U.S. futures market, and the Shanghai Gold Exchange. The Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his weekly gold report every Monday morning for subscribers, consisting of coverage of the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, bonds, the South African rand, as well as 25 different mining equities with specific buy-sell recommendations. The Gold Report. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Subscribe to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report newsletter now at TFNN.com.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstadt's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstadt releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
This portion of Trade What You See is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at direction.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Okay, folks, I'll get back to the meal and also get back to the hogs in just a second here. It's all interrelated, I guess, but this was one of Mark Douglas's favorite things. Well, it was the only thing he traded, actually. Well, 90% of his work was done in the bonds because he had so many bond traders were his customers for psychological stuff, for the Board of Trade. But as you look at this, I mean, the main thing this was your low on Thursday. Here was a high on Friday. Okay, here's where we were on Sunday. Look where we came this morning, 1 o'clock in the morning. There's a big things happening at 1 o'clock, as we pointed out in the S&P. And also in the gold, right? I haven't done the gold. I'll get that in a second. But here's the key, folks. I know you get tired of hearing this, but there's an A leg right here. There's your A, B, C, D leg right there. Just move it over. You can see. There's your high. Now, what's so hard about that? Okay, now there was a high at 07. It goes from 07 all the way down here. That's a $600 move. It took 3 hours. You had a little bit of a move in between here. And then what did it do again? It made another A, B, C, D. There's your A leg, right? B leg, C leg, right there. Okay, and now we're heading down, and now we're getting ready for a pretty good bottom down in here. This will be set up to be a 3 drive to a bottom. Now, how do you determine your risk on this? Remember, this is a contract that's worth $118,000. So the first thing you want to do, just like we're trying to do in wheat and some other things, you draw in the 1.618 expansion numbers. Okay, you can see we're already below this one right here, correct? So the only other one that's down here is way down here at 117.20. So that's telling you that you don't want to expect anything happening here from turning around except for 117.20. And why is that important? Because if you look at this on the long-term daily, there it is right there. 117.20. Now what happens? There was the 135 on the daily, but look what happens when this breaks this, folks. It's not very far away, is it? Okay. All right. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be taking another little vacation down here to this level right down there. And where's that? 1.618, roughly 115. That's a $3,000 move. Now, what is important about that one? You draw that one in. You see, there it is, and there's your low way back in October. Remember, this is when the whole world changed back there when we had all those big cycles turning, and there it is right there. There's where bonds are going, folks, and then the Federal Reserve will probably do something. I don't know. But anyway, that's a nice pattern. That's what it should be doing. Whether it keeps doing it or not, remains to be seen. Okay, here's soybean meal. Okay, now soybean meal has been coming down for a very long time. You can see here from up here at the 408 level, we came 416, we came all the way down, but look where we are right now. We're going to blow this up and we're going to put it on a 60-minute chart because I think you could probably get ready to buy meal here very shortly. Now, this is the Christmas meal. This is the new crop, and it hasn't even been planted yet. But so far, you can see here from the high, we made a new high here today. And here it is coming down. Went to the 50%. So that tells us we got one more move to the downside. So watch the December meal. If we get to this level right here, hold on, we'll draw it right in. There's your A, B, C, D. That'll be 137, down about $600. So that's what you want to be watching for the meal to get to that level. It's a possibility it could get there. And if it does, that's what you want to be watching, okay? Now, getting back to the wheat, I want to share with you something from a short-term perspective that we'll be covering when I do the day trading thing on April the 7th, I believe is what they've got me on. See, we were trying to buy it right there, folks. There was our buy level, drive 1, drive 2, drive 3. It looked like it was a cinch that we were going to make it, and it did, and we had a rally. So what I was doing, I was very frustrated, and I said, okay, let's go back and look and see what happened. Okay, we had the nice rally. We went from 27, it's 15 cents. That's $750 in wheat. And then it backs off for an hour, either 15 minutes. For 1 hour, it backs off. So I said, well, if it's going to do that, It's not going to back off any more than the 382. And so there it was at 36. The low was 36 and a half. Okay. I was trying to buy at 36 and a quarter, shading it by 20, and I missed it. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. That happens all the time. Okay, let's move on here to a couple other things that we need to be covering here. Hold on one second here. Get back to the hogs. Now, the reason why the hogs are important, because they should be making a top up in here. That was one of the things that we want to be watching today, but I have not done it yet. And now we're going to look at the April hogs. Oh, we've got to switch over to the June hogs here pretty soon, June or July. Yeah, we're almost ready here. These are cattle. Let's try not to do that. Just cattle. We've already looked at that one. Let's get in the hogs. Hold on one second, folks. I hope I'm going to be able to make the last 15 minutes of this show, but we're going to find out. Here is April hogs. Oops, there's the rally. Yeah, we're right up here. Here's where we are right now in the hogs. Let's get this moving over here a little bit. All right, we've had the rally here. Hold on a second. Let me clean this up. I know I'm going to get a question about a head and shoulders. It's not, because the left shoulder is lower than the right shoulder, so it has to be the other way around. Right shoulder lower than the left shoulder, so it's not a head and shoulders. The time sequence looks like it's correct. Hold on a second. There's your high. Yeah, that's it. It should be doing either today or tomorrow. So let's get down to an hourly chart and see where we are. And, well, there's what we thought we were going to get to, and we still might. Okay, here's where we are. There's what we were watching. So all we've done today is make a 78% retracement of the swing from right back here. Hit it almost to the exact hit. So that's what we're paying attention to. Anyway, I still think we're going to probably get to this level here in the hogs, $91, but it's still a tiny bit early to find out whether that's going to be the case or not. Okay, let's see how we're doing with the old time on the wall. We've got 1 minute, 29 seconds. Someone's asked me about Nvidia. I've already covered Nvidia, but let's just do it again to see if it's still going down. I don't know why I know what I have to do is gold. Doggone it. Well, I'll do Nvidia here quickly, and then I'll do the, where is Nvidia? Right here. We'll do that. Do it hourly so we can see it easy enough. There's Nvidia. It's come down a little bit more since we were looking at it. It looks like it's heading lower. Now, the low we made today looks like exactly, we're a little below. We're trading, the 786 was here at 875. So once we get below that, we could be looking at Nvidia to back off a little bit. Whether that will happen or not, remains to be seen. When I do this day trading thing that'll be happening here in April, I'm going to be looking at a couple stocks that you folks, bring to our attention, and we'll try to pull those up, because I know there's a lot of stock traders that are not familiar with ABCD, and I think it would be helpful if they took a quick look at that also. So let's take a break now. 877-927-6648. Stay tuned for gold.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the Opening Call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening Call subscribers also receive access to dozens of Basil's educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
The stock market is a delicate interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model? when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds for both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Okay, folks, this is the gold market here. We made a high back here on the 9th at, on the 8th, which was a Friday. We had a high of 203. The market came all the way down to this level here, dropped $52. Okay, now last night, it was early in the morning, at 1 o'clock in the morning, you can see we bottomed here between 11 o'clock New York time to about 1 o'clock in the morning New York time. We bottomed here and made a bottom 1, 2, 3, 4 times in a row right at the ABCD at 21.49.60. That was the exact low. And from that level, we rallied up. How high did we get? We rallied $17, which is the harmonic number. $17 to $18 is the harmonic number in the gold market. How close was this to the last rally? You can see the next rally should take it to the 382. Here's your situation here, folks. If you're bullish gold, this is going to be a real easy one for you. Here's your 382 sitting right there. Okay, there it is at 69. That's $7 from where it is right now. Okay. Now, if you're really bullish gold, and this is the way you probably should play it, now, give you my 2 cents worth. And if you overpay, that's your own fault. There's your trend line coming in right here. Now, if this is really bullish, and it certainly could be, you've got an ABCD that's going to take you through this level here real quick. Okay, all right, and that means you're going to be popping through here. All right, and that means you'll be going to 277, and that's what we're looking at right now. So hold on 1 second here. We were just talking about the hogs. And they just hit hold on, I've got to turn off the limit minder and hogs. Excuse me, cattle. Just a second. Cattle is what we were looking at. Hold on a second here. Shut the front door and raise the rent. And there's the April cattle. Get the hourly chart. Yeah, here's where we are. We're almost there in the cattle right now. And you'll see it coming in. Right here's a little trade for you if you like Fibonacci numbers. There's your ABCD coming in here at the cattle as we speak right now, and it's right there at that 188.80. And that's you want to do it just there. Yep, there. Turn it off right there at 188.80. You don't have to risk but a penny on that, and that is still in a short-term downtrend from the high, but. Let's we're done with cattle, so let's get it out of the way and get back to this gold market because this is really important because if we don't get above this tells us in the gold, this tells us that we're going to be going down a lot lower. I could toss a coin to tell you which way it's going to go, folks. I can toss a coin on everything that I talk about. So that's the main thing that we're paying attention to here today. And the goal is to watch this. This little pullback here was a 382 was right about here. So it held that relatively well. And so this is still a bullish pattern, but if you're really bullish, we're gonna take this out like it didn't even exist. That would be a 2172 or something like that. Then your target would be 2177, and then we'll take off, because this is a really important trend line. You can see here, if you just connected it, you can see how they all line up together. That makes that a valid trend line. Why is it valid? There's your 61% retracement. There's your 50% retracement. There's your 382 retracement. That's a bullish breakout. This is a 10-day. This is actually from the 8th to the 18th. That's a 2 weeks, folks. 10-day sell-off in gold. You don't even realize it's only down, $42 from the high. That's not bearish. But bullish looks like it's going to go higher. Let's take a quick look at the Lone Ranger himself. High-ho silver. Take a look at this right here. Then I have a little human interest story for you to finish up the show here. Have to have these in. There's the chart on the silver. Boy, silver hasn't backed off at all. Shut the front door. Look at this. Let's take a quick look. Here was the 8th. This was the high in gold at 220, right? We went all the way up to here. Okay, now we're starting to nothing. Look, there's your low here. Let's see where the sell-off here. Was it probably an exact 382? Ooh, pretty close. Ooh, watch this one, folks. This is real interesting here. This is an hourly chart, but look at the ABCD coming in at the 382 down here at 25.11. Boy, that's down 13 cents, though. That's a very low risk buying opportunity. You'll be taking out the lows of Sunday night, okay? And that's it. We had another one right here. This was we already pointed this one out on the other day, because we had the ABCD right here. There's your ABCD leg, and of course there's your exact 382. So that was telling you. And then how did you get up there to that high? I'm struggling here, folks, but I'm going to make it. There's only 4 or 5 more minutes, so I will be able to finish her up. There's your AB leg right there. There's your CB right to the exact high. I think I'm going to stop talking about this. This looks like it's too good to share. I've only been sharing it for 60 years. Someday everybody will get it, as we saw with Carl Sagan. All right, let's move on. That's what we're watching here in the silver. Okay, question about, oh my goodness, no one's never asked me about this in a long time. Hold on one second. We'll get it up here. And that is the old cotton. My goodness, I haven't. Well, I don't even know if I have a cotton chart up here. Here's the daily chart. Don't know what cotton's doing. Well, cotton's been doing pretty good. How high is that cotton, Papa? 26 feet and rising. Okay, here is the cotton on the daily. Oh, this is a sale right here, folks. Yeah, this is a sale. Here's cotton. We got a 135. Folks, I haven't traded cotton in 55 years. I'm not going to start trading now, but I will go through and look at it. Just because this is a 135, it's a perfect one. You can see here from your high to low. You need this. It's got to be really close. And there it is, either today or tomorrow, right here. All we're going to do now is we're going to go down to an hourly chart so we can see what that retracement was. And there we'll be able to see. I'm missing data because I don't even get data on this. Well, it's delayed data. So there's where it is right there. Where'd we rally to today? Exactly, it's trading about 1.5 pennies under the price right now. But that is a 135 pattern in cotton. If you want me to follow this, you're going to have to remind me, because I don't want to look at it again. That's pretty good. Okay, human interest story. The March Madness is starting, and most of you know it from Indiana. I'm a big basketball fan. Larry Bird used to eat at my grandmother's restaurant for 3 days a week for the 4 years he was there at Indiana State, and we became good friends to the family and stuff, and got to know him a little bit. But there's a team that made the last of the 68 teams that made it into the final 68 teams of all the NCAA was Long Beach State. They fired their coach, folks, 4 weeks ago because he had lost 5 games in a row. he's a very good coach. He had used to, I think he coached at Gonzaga and Minnesota and other places. Nice fellow. He's only 62 years old, but he lost his job, and his assistant athletic director lost a job. Well, in that last 4 weeks, folks, they went on a streak and they got into the tournament and won their division of the Western Division tournament, whatever it is, and they made the last one. Now, they play against Arizona Wildcats, who are ranked, they're the second tier, second team, whatever they call it anyway, but they're going to be playing them. And I'll finish this story when we come back, okay?
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
The stock market is a delicate, interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
Attention all opening call subscribers. Next Tuesday, March 19th, Basil Chapman will be hosting a live 90-minute webinar for all subscribers. From 4 to 5:30 p.m., Basil will take subscribers through an educative journey, giving insight into how he will approach this volatile market. Basil Chapman's opening call newsletter has a 30-day money-back guarantee for all first-time subscribers, and all subscribers get access to his trove of webinar archives, so you have nothing to lose. Go to the newsletters tab of TFNN.com and sign up today. We'll see you March 19th. TFNN, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Okay, folks, it's January of 1997, and I'm playing in a Texas Hold'em tournament in Las Vegas, Nevada. I bought a $25 seat, and I got I won 3 players, so we each got a $500 buy-in to this tournament, which gave us a room at the Caesars Palace, and then also we got to play and everything, so it was quite exciting. While I was there, I ran into a friend of mine, someone who plays little poker over here. He's since passed away, but his grandfather was one of the his great-grandfather was one of the people that founded Tucson, 1865, when they became a city. And Mike was an inveterate gambler, and he he was playing slot machines over there, and then he ran into me and he said, "Hey," he said, "you want to go to the fight?" And I said, "Mike," I said, "I don't like fights. I don't do any." He says, "Look," he said, "I got 2 ringside seats." He said, "See if you can sell them. Will you do that?" And I said, "Yeah." So I go down into the area, and you can't even get into that area, and I've got these passes. So I go down, and I got 2 of these passes, and the guy said, "Are these tickets for sale?" I said, "Yeah." And he says, "How much you want?" I said, $3,500. And I don't know what they were. They were complimentary. So the guy starts counting out the money. He goes to 35, 36, 37. He was counting out $3,500 for each ticket. So I take the $7,000 back to Mike, and I said, "Mike, I sold them for $7,000. He said, "Oh my God." He said, "I can't believe it." He said, "I'll probably get in trouble if they found out that I sold them." And I said, "Well, you got the money. That's what's important." And sure enough, he did. And he tells me, he said, "Go bet $2,000 on the Arizona Wildcats to win the NCAA." They were playing okay, but they were about 60% winners. Anyway, they were 20-1 as an underdog at that particular time. And boys and girls, they won it all. And he won $40,000 on that $2,000 bet. And he told me that he didn't even get half of the money that he lost playing slot machines. Don't play slot machines. I love you guys. We'll see you on the flip side tomorrow. Live every day in an attitude of gratitude, and may God bless.